Retinol, tretinoin? What are these and how are they effective for my stretch marks? Hey guys, welcome back to Wishtrend TV. It's your sister Eunice here. Really happy to see you guys. Now, for our first episode, we talked about how to prevent stretch marks. Today, for part 2, we're gonna talk about how to treat red stretch marks that have already appeared and how to prevent them from turning white. For our last third part, we're gonna talk about how to treat white stretch marks, and we have a very special guest that's gonna be joining us, so stay tuned in. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Wishtrend TV and follow us on our Instagram at Wishtrend TV. Like this video and let's get started. As I mentioned in the first video, there's nothing that we can do for our stretch mark at home once it has turned white. When collagen and elastic fiber in our dermal layer becomes damaged and it settles down this way and becomes a scar, we can't treat it with skincare products. In this case, how do we treat red stretch marks and can we prevent them from turning white? If you're interested in stretch mark creams, you've probably heard of retinol and tretinoin. These two ingredients can help. Retinol and tretinoin are two chemical substances that are closely related. Once retinol, also known as vitamin A, gets absorbed into our skin, it turns into retinaldehyde and it becomes tretinoin, which is retinoic acid, as its final form. To put it simply, when you apply retinol on your skin, what really works is the tretinoin, also known as the retinoic acid. So what effect does tretinoin have on our skin and why is retinol and tretinoin so popular? Retinol and tretinoin actually helps to recover and prevent your skin from aging. And that's why they're often used as anti-aging treatments and they help to reduce wrinkles and smooth out skin surface. So how do they help with stretch marks? Tretinoin regenerates your dermis layer very effectively. So collagen is a protein that changes slowly. It takes at least 4 months to build up and to pile up enough for it to improve wrinkles. However, on the other hand, tretinoin shortens that period to 1 to 2 weeks. Tretinoin strengthens both the epidermis and dermis layer and also improves bumpy skin and uneven skin tone. Now we have a question here. If tretinoin is the final substance that works on our skin when we apply retinol to our skin, why don't we just use tretinoin in the first place? Why are there only products with retinol? Let's find out. Did you guys know that retinol is a cosmetic ingredient while tretinoin is a medical substance? What makes a difference between a cosmetic product and a medicine is if you need a prescription or not. So why do we need a prescription for tretinoin? Now, retinoic acid is categorized as medicine. That's why products with retinoic acid is treated as medicine, not cosmetics. However, unlike Korea, there are countries that you can get tretinoin without a prescription. How is it in your country? We're really curious. Please comment below to share with our Wishtrenders. So retinol is known to be 10 to 20 times less effective than tretinoin. Does this mean that tretinoin is maybe better than retinol? Tretinoin is indeed more effective than retinol. However, it can stimulate your skin more and is likely to cause side effects. It can make your skin sensitive to sunlight and it can cause more irritation. And if you have these side effects, you should stop using it immediately. And there are other side effects as well, so please do read the instructions carefully before you use it. And we're gonna talk about this a little bit more later on, but right now we're gonna talk about how to use retinol and tretinoin and the precautions while you're using them. Number 1, retinol. Before using tretinoin with a prescription, we want to recommend that you use a product with retinol because retinol is more gentle than tretinoin and it has fewer side effects. You can see visible results only if a product contains more than 2,500 IU per gram of retinol, which is approximately 0.075%. So check out the percentages before you try the products. We recommend that you use a smaller amount of the product with retinol and then increase the amount. We recommend that you start off with a pea-sized amount. The amount that you need might be different depending on what product you're using, but please do check the instructions before you use it and try using products with retinol about 2 to 3 times a week. Retinol is prone to light and heat, and it gets easily disrupted by sunlight. We want to recommend that you use it during nighttime rather than daytime, but if you are going to use it during the daytime, you have to wear sunscreen. Second one is, it's recommended to use products with smaller opening. Retinol gets easily oxidized due to air, and when it's exposed to the UV rays, the effects get depleted. Number 2, Tretinoin. When it comes to Tretinoin ointment, you immediately think of Retin A. In Korea, we use Tretinoin ointment called Steva A mostly. What kind of Tretinoin ointment do you guys use in your country? We're really curious. Please share with our Wishtrenders in the comments below. Tretinoin is a little bit trickier to use than retinol because it does have more precautions. If it's your very first time using it, we want to recommend that you use a lower percentage to higher percentage. For example, start with 0.025% to 0.05% to 0.1%. Start by adding 1 to 2 times a week, and then when your skin feels stable, make sure to gradually add more frequency. Just like retinol, start using Tretinoin with pea-sized amount and then increase your amount. But it does depend on your skin condition and each of the products, so please do consult with your doctor that you are getting the prescriptions from. So there are 3 precautions when you're using Tretinoin. The first one is to use it at night. Like retinol, Tretinoin can easily decompose by light, so it's better to use it at nighttime. The second one is use twice the amount of your moisturizer than usual. If your skin feels dry with more dead skin cells after using Tretinoin, it means that it's working. Tretinoin increases the amount of outer dead skin cells rapidly and speeds your dead skin cells to fall out. To calm these dead skin cells, you need to add extra moisturizer. Stop using Tretinoin immediately if you see these side effects. If your skin shows, number 1, red parts that are very obvious and visible, and number 2, if the itchiness lingers on even after a few minutes, and number 3, if you have severe itchiness that it's making you scratch. If you have any of these side effects, please stop using Tretinoin immediately and please go see your doctor. However, if you are pregnant, you should be very careful in using retinol and Tretinoin. Using a small amount of retinol doesn't directly affect your baby. However, we want you to be as safe as possible, so we want to recommend that when you are pregnant to not use it. If you want to try a small amount of retinol, we want to highly recommend that you talk to your doctor first. What kind of stretch mark prevention methods can we do at home? We will be sharing 5 at-home hacks with you guys. 1. Keep your weight steady. One of the main causes for stretch marks is actually gaining too much weight rapidly. So you need to make sure to keep your weight steady to prevent stretch marks. Number 2, avoid tight underwear or clothes. So did you guys know that wearing tight undergarments or clothing can actually cause stretch marks? Tight clothes block your skin cells from oxygen. This can make your skin bloated and expand, and this can cause stretch marks. Number 3, finish your shower with cold water. Using hot and cold water in the shower can help with your blood circulation. We want to recommend that you finish off with cold water because that can help to keep your skin moisturized and elastic. Fourth one is to intake vitamin E. Vitamin E is a great antioxidant and it helps to keep your collagen and skin's elasticity. Try to eat foods that's rich in vitamin E like spinach, almonds, and so on. Number 5, massage as often as possible. When you massage with a stretch mark cream, this will be very effective to prevent stretch marks. In our last video, we're going to be sharing various massaging methods that you can try at home. So please stay tuned in with us. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in until the very end. We really hope that the first and second episode were really helpful for those of you that have concerns with stretch marks. For our last episode, we have a very special guest coming our way, so stay tuned in. And also, we're going to be sharing how to care for your white stretch marks. Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Wishtrend TV, like this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, Wishtrenders!